What's up, guys, and welcome to our new podcast called With the Boys. As you guys can tell, we made some changes. We're not balling no more. I mean, we weren't balling, but you know what I mean. We made some changes. We're not only going to talk about football anymore. We're going to talk about conspiracy theories. We are still going to talk about basically everything and anything you can probably think of.
You're hanging with the boys.
But today, though, we're going to talk about conspiracy theory on how the NFL is rigged to keep it somewhat still from our last podcast to jumping into our new one. So I'm going to send it off to our boy Justin, who's going to tell us all about NFL being rigged.
Let's go.
There's more people around. I think this is what stage fright is, yeah?
Let's go. You got it.
I don't know. So, yeah, everybody knows the NFL is scripted. They hand out scripts to the players at the beginning. Okay. Not actually that far, no. I don't
They write out the entirety of the season.
It's
Who's
literally
gonna
like
get the
probably
records.
the past few years. Tom Brady's script was one page instead
Whoa,
of
whoa,
Win.
whoa, right off the bat. My boy.
Hey, he was really shocked when he opened last year's script. It said divorce.
That's crazy.
Okay.
I feel like it would be more people who are like up there, like Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Tom Brady.
So those guys are getting scripts?
Yes, I feel like it because otherwise, here comes the Chiefs. The Ravens versus the Chiefs playoffs.
Go ahead. I'm going to say something after you.
30 seconds on the clock. Chiefs kneel on the fourth down. Why didn't the Ravens try to win? They were on the 30-yard line, I believe.
See, I don't think Patrick Mahomes and like Lamar. I don't think players. It's weird. I don't think players themselves specifically get scripts. Think of like DraftKings and like FanDuel. So think like.
Betting runs it.
Yeah, so betting runs it. So, hey, Patrick Mahomes, you got 3 million people all across the globe averaging $25 a bet on you that you're going to throw 325 yards this game. Now, we'll give you a $15,000 bonus if you keep that below 295 yards. I think that's what they do. I think that's what they do.
Here, I want to jump back to what Brady was saying, though.
Yeah.
I can kind of see like what he's saying about the 30 seconds and all that, but because more of the fact like what was it? One of the last plays that Lamar threw a ball to one of his tight ends, and it was like a 3-man coverage on his one tight end. I'm like, that's definitely stupid to do. I don't think any other quarterback would honestly do that if this was for real.
Hey,
yeah,
it's Lamar.
It is Lamar, and he's throwing.
B. Now, the only thing that I got to say about the part of the Chiefs versus Baltimore, why didn't they try? I have seen some professional athletes make some of the stupidest decisions in very important moments of the game. Not necessarily football all the time, but yeah, I've seen it in football. It happens in basketball an awful lot. Those WNBA girls, my God, they be messing up. But that's really all I got on my feed when it comes to WNBA is like bloopers of how or how they're latest bullying start of Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
I'm like, geez, leave the girl alone.
Like they're upset because she's getting attention, but then you're bullying her, which is getting her more attention.
She's getting everybody in the league more money.
Cough, and
What? Yeah, no
you know who
kidding.
you were.
Hey, shout out to Caitlin Clark. She did get her first triple-double the other day.
First rookie to ever do it in the WNBA.
Oh, yeah.
She's breaking records for Indy.
Yeah,
I don't know
Somebody's gotta
basketball,
do
but I think that's good.
It's amazing.
Let's go.
But, I don't know. I don't believe that they actually hand out scripts and stuff like that. Even to the very high-end players, like you was saying, a lot of the top quarterbacks or maybe top wide receivers, you got to have an off game, like real bad.
Yeah.
The only reason I say that is just because I think Roger Goodell is just smarter about it. I don't think he wants to even be able to have the chance to get caught up into something like that, which is why I believe it really all relies in the referees,
So that's what I was going to say.
which aren't even employed by NFL. They're employed
So
by a
you're-
referee
By
association.
FanDuel.
By FanDuel.
So no, you're insinuating that Roger Goodell doesn't
That would
want to
make
get in
sense.
trouble for
FanDuel,
handing out a script to
DraftKings.
players, but they're getting like bet on and shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think, he doesn't want to get caught up in any sort of thing like that. I mean, that would literally ruin everything he's built. And he would be smart, in all honesty, since he's already employing outside referees
Yeah.
from like some national referee association or something. These referees they hired don't even like.
Yeah, they're like
they got
contracted.
actual, they got actual
Mhm.
jobs. Like
Mhm.
some of them are teachers. So, like,
Yeah.
they do random
This is their
stuff.
side gigs. They're a referee for this
Yeah.
season.
And so it's just basically like, okay, well, what kind of testing did they go through to get assigned to this? Since he's just a biology teacher, that part's weird.
Mr. Clemens is going.
And then on top
referee for
of
this season.
yeah, no kidding. Yeah, you see your teacher on TV throwing flags against your team. I'm going back and beating that. Shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that.
No, man, I agree. Like, I
Yes,
really
you
think,
still will.
like, personally, like, in my heart, I don't think the NFL is rigged by the NFL. I think it is due to the referees. I think it comes down to the referees and if you're probably reffing your favorite team.
Okay. So you think the referees are
Well,
letting calls go like they're
100%.
favoring? a
So
team.
like here's one moment. Here's one moment. So in the past, I don't know if you guys remember the Saints versus the Rams in the NFC Championship, where the bad interference call, where the Rams defensive back hit the wide receiver, and it was clear as day that it was a pass interference.
Didn't he like
But-
shove him almost?
No, he hit him. Like he hit him,
Just leveled him, blitz the league style.
and they didn't call it
Mm.
or anything. So afterwards, after the game and everything, I'm reading it right now that the NFL called Sean Payton and told him, sorry, we missed that call. Or sorry, that call was not called. So literally, if you have the NFL calling about that and apologizing about it being missed, for one, the NFL should have flipped it then.
I mean,
But-
after the game,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
too
hard.
late.
It's hard after the game.
But, yeah, they didn't even call the bad interference call. So clearly, they wanted the Rams to go.
I think that's been
Because
happening
the refs
for
just let it go.
years now. I think refs definitely
Like
favor
Darius
different
Tony
teams.
offsides, by mine.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's no doubt that the referees might have some type of bias, but I don't think their own personal team favorites is what comes into it at the end of the day. I think
Well,
it's
it
just
could
how
be
much is
betting.
on that paycheck and
Yeah.
what side notes are attached to it that Roger Goodell's feeding these
Well, that or like
Yeah.
Brady was talking about when he was jokingly saying, like, yeah, they get paid by FanDuel, and I mean, they could be betting.
I think that's genuinely what
Well,
happens.
Literally,
I
if they
mean-
have wives, they could be like, hey, put this much on this. I'm about to make this happen.
We've
that
seen
was
multiple people.
I swear.
Okay, well,
Oh,
never mind. He might not have been joking.
We've seen a lot of people get in trouble for betting scandals back when we was still balling with the boys.
Yep.
When's
We
the
talked
last time,
about-
though, like, I don't know if you've read on it or if anybody's seen it before, when is the last time a ref got pulled for betting, though?
A couple years ago, I believe.
It was a
Well,
couple
something
years
about
ago.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I just knew recently it's just been a lot of players that have been cracking down on.
Yeah, they're cracking down on players betting like on their own teams or like betting against like their own team.
They've stopped looking at the refs.
Yeah. So that's what makes us our money.
But I mean, you know, we started the topic talking about how it's scripted.
Yeah.
I don't think, like I said, that it's that at all. I really think it all plays in to the refs and the bets, obviously, but the bets are more so playing into how Goodell is going to tell them how to ref the game.
Yeah.
And I also don't think that it's a bunch of, like, I don't think it's all the games. I don't think it's every game of the season. I think
Mhm.
maybe about halfway through the season, week 10, when the playoffs really start molding, that's when Goodell's like, all right, what's better make us the most money?
Gears start turning.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, so I need this one to go this way, this one to go this way, this one to go this way.
I can see it.
And really, if you pay attention to the later games in the season or almost any football game, you can see how the refs can play it two different ways. They'll call egregious calls on both sides at the beginning and then fall off and just start calling it on one side. That way they can't really say they was not calling it for both sides. Or they'll do it at the very end where all of a sudden they're seeing every little thing that the players are doing and they're calling flags for it. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, there is a flag to be thrown on, I'd say, probably 25% of football plays. No matter what exactly it is, you could look somewhere on the screen, point to somebody that did something wrong, and be like, yeah, that was that.
Yeah.
Whether it's holding, pushing in the back, anything, just even in slides.
Mm-hmm.
That's my whole thought process behind it.
Okay. I was telling Katie, my girlfriend, earlier that I might be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure the NFL is categorized as entertainment. It's not.
Yeah, I think that's
it's
something
not.
Justin was
So
telling
it
me
is a
before.
sport, like just like WWE, wrestling itself
Yeah.
is a sport, but they have their business categorized as entertainment. So if they were to get caught, say like, oh, they're scripting out, how players are performing in games, or they're scripting out how the playoff picture is going to end up, and they want to, like, some people might want to get them in trouble for all the betting and stuff. They legally, they're fine. They're all within their right.
Yep. So, I mean, you talked about how it's listed as sports entertainment,
Yeah.
which is a term that was coined
Yeah.
by Vince McMahon,
Yep.
who, by the way, is facing sexual assault charges right now, in case any of y'all want to know.
Yeah, we don't
about
like your
that.
Vince.
Now, don't worry, he scripted that. But
It's a work. It's a work.
Well, actually, I don't even think he's touched. I think he walked off with WWE. He don't
He
even
did.
own it.
He's
no more.
gone. He sold all of his stocks.
Yeah.
I think right now he might still be.
oh,
He might still have some,
So
but he
Triple
sold.
H runs it right now.
He sold all of his stocks.
he's about to get Epstein.
He does not want anything else to do with wrestling. Apparently. He wants to be a businessman without wrestling
How do you do that?
now. You don't sexually assault people.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like,
Yeah, that's a good start.
like being
That's
a
a very
businessman
good
without
start.
owning a business, like, okay.
Yeah, no, and the only other sports listed as sports entertainment is, like you already said, wrestling,
Yeah.
which everybody knows, yeah, to an extent. I mean,
It's
yeah, it's
scripted.
real, but it's scripted. They feel half the stuff that they do in those rings,
Right.
but
But the outcomes and the way they get to the point that everyone's interested in, they
Yeah.
script that, which I believe the NFL to some extent does.
yeah,
I agree with what you were saying about how you don't think it's every single game and you don't think it's every performance. I think it's the big moments. So, like, probably halfway through the season, what's their jersey sales looking like? Who's the most famous? What's getting the most views on social media? Who's wilding out this year?
what's that?
1 year Patrick Mahomes' brother is like the talk of the town because he's posting a bunch of dumb TikToks. The next year, somebody else is doing something, and they're like, okay, we're going to make sure they at least make it to the conference because so-and-so is going to keep tuning in.
I'm glad you like kind of brought up close to you brought up Jackson Mahomes,
Yeah.
Patrick's brother. So you brought it relatively close to the Chiefs.
Mhm.
So like you were saying, it's about the fame that's going on, right?
Yeah.
So like last year, what do we have? Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
And what did I not saying that I was like right, but I was saying like
I
in
told
one
you
of
so.
the in one of the TikToks I made, I was like, oh well, Taylor Swift just won a Grammy.
Yep.
So what does that mean now? Travis Kelce's got to go and win a trophy.
Yep.
So I'm not saying that I was right, but I'm like saying like that's kind of weird how that works out.
Yeah. There's a lot of instances like that that have made me feel weird. Like, I love Peyton Manning. That's our boy. I want you guys to know that's our boy. We love you. But
I am like saving that.
I just don't know if they should have
If
won
you
the
ever
Super
say
Bowl.
something about the Colts or anything again, I'm gonna be like, listen to this. Nick.
Yeah, no. I love Peyton Manning. Just like Brady's my boy. But
Oh yeah, Brady. Okay, yeah, Brady. Just left me hanging.
it is
Okay.
weird that it's his final season, and it's weird that he goes and wins the Super Bowl. It's
See, if
weird
you
that
make it
Ray
back in front of the
Lewis,
camera.
Ray Lewis has his final season. He wins the Super Bowl. Even my boy Tom Brady, he goes to the Bucks. First year, he wins the Super Bowl. I mean,
they set that boy up pretty well.
it's weird. I don't know, man. It's just weird. There's a lot of instances where I'm like, was that genuine, or was that like we're doing this because think about how we could sell this for this
So
specific
you're
season.
telling me I gotta see Patrick Mahomes when he retires, before he retires,
Yeah.
see him again in the Super Bowl.
He'll probably break Brady's record by the time he's like 35.
Oh
Dude, I really hope that I don't see the Chiefs do a 3-peat. Really
I don't want
wanna
them
see
to
that.
either.
they do
It better be the Bengals this year with a healthy Joe Burrow.
I'm sorry.
Not very far from me, Nick.
My bad.
That was like a hard laugh, bro. Yeah, but like we talked about, you got no Joe Mixon, no Tyler Boyd.
Mm,
They left with Higgins
Mm.
and Chase.
mm.
That new boy we got is gonna be a dangerous slot receiver, though.
And then who's your tight end?
Jasicki?
You guys don't want to play with the Pats with their 2 rookie wide receivers and their rookie quarterback and their no O-line.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Put Joe Milton back there, and he'll be able to at least take off.
Joe Milton's going to be my savior. I'm calling it.
Drake May,
By
I don't know
week
how
7,
Drake
Joe
May's gonna
Milton's
do.
my guy. They better write that in the script.
Okay.
Joe Milton, pop off.
Joe Milton.
Sorry to tell you, but Texans are definitely
I
going.
can see it.
Unfortunately.
I can see it, yeah. 100%.
I mean, think of like how they set up like it could be like, oh, this is gonna be the 2025 season, and you know, it's been
My
20
thing
years
is, like,
since this, and then they
so-
script something based off of that.
So, we're not getting paid the big bucks like the players are.
Unfortunately,
But some of the players aren't really getting paid like how all the other players are.
yeah,
But so here's my thing. If it was scripted, I personally would have been like, so I got to lose all these years and get paid just this much money? Nah, I'm okay. I'd just rather not do this anymore. I'd at least want to win a Super Bowl if I was to work so hard to get into the NFL.
Which is another reason the whole putting the scripts in play doesn't necessarily work, because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, somebody by now would have came out.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they made them sign NDAs, there would have been
There would have been
somebody
something.
whistleblowing. As soon, they knew they was about to kick the bucket or something. All right,
Yeah.
I signed those NDAs, but it don't matter. You can sue me. I'm about to die.
Right.
So they
Right
go
on your
ahead
deathbed, bro.
and
So
blow the
weird.
And you
whistle
sold
what
it
the
like
NFL
just
did.
on your deathbed. You're already selling everything that you own, and then you're like, all right, they can't
sue
get me
a
for
dead
nothing.
man.
But ain't none of that happened.
They go after
They
the
sue you
family.
first.
Yeah, they'll hit your kids.
Yeah, they go after
They'll
the
hit your
family.
everybody else, your kid.
Oh, boy.
Don't have, you better hope you don't have kids.
So you're gonna be the next Kennedy family.
Your family's screwed, bucko. For years.
Yeah.
This generation.
But so like I have a couple other things about like why I think it's the refs though. Like so everybody remembers what did you just
Would you hit?
The Jason.
Whoa.
do? Everybody remembers what happened with the Detroit Lions against the Cowboys. The offensive lineman didn't check in with the ref. But
What?
They have clear video that he did.
Oh,
I
like
know
checking
you're
into like
talking
being
about,
eligible,
Yeah,
like
being
player.
eligible.
Yeah.
But they got clear video that they did, and the ref was like, he didn't do it. It's like,
What?
so that's what I'm saying. And then the Philadelphia and Kansas City Super Bowl,
Mhm.
where at the end they were saying Juju got held.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if Juju got held, everybody knows that if you're being held, or if there should have been a pass interference call, you're gonna make some movement and look at the ref and be like, "Did you not see that?"
Yeah.
Juju never did that. Juju just walked back to the huddle.
It is also Juju.
Well, I mean, you know a lot about Juju, so
Yeah, I don't like Juju.
you had to suffer through that.
I don't like Juju.
Juju Smith sucker.
I can't. Doo-doo poop soup.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like the refs. That's why I think it's mainly just the refs doing this.
Yeah.
And like when Brady was talking about, the whole FanDuel thing, bringing it up again.
It's not just FanDuel.
It's whatever
It's
betting
Mhm.
source that they can get a hold of.
There's been a lot of games where I am a Patriots fan through and through, but there's been don't suck it back. There is a game, I don't remember what year it was, but I know the Patriots, they at least went to the conference or they went to the Super Bowl. This could have been a conference game, but it was
Those
a
guys
playoff
are really
game.
about to defend the Patriots.
No, I'm actually about to not defend the Patriots.
Oh, I thought because you was talking about how they got cheated out of the perfect
They did.
the perfect season.
Oh yeah,
so.
they did. The NFL doesn't want another team to go perfect. They want it to stay as the Dolphins forever. Well, maybe I don't know. They got Patrick Mahomes.
I was gonna say they got the Chiefs going like that.
They could have Patty do it. But there's a game against the Steelers where Jesse James, their tight end, he caught the ball, and everybody knows that the ball has to cross the plane for it to be a touchdown.
Yeah, it's ball, not body.
Yeah, you don't need to have any part of your body. You literally can.
Well,
We've seen players walk and just hand the ball, and it's a touchdown.
Yeah.
There is a clear hit where Jesse James, like right before, Jesse James, I'm messing his name up.
Jesse James.
Jesse James.
Cowboy. Outlaw.
I was trying with it. I was like, dang, bro.
That's amazing. I like it.
Jesse James. His knee was about to touch the grass, but it didn't. The ball, I'll even say it, clear as day, was right over the line. And they called him down and they let the Pats win, and then I'm pretty sure they went to the Super Bowl.
I think
We know what happens.
I think I remember seeing that pissed me off.
I'm not gonna lie, as a Pats fan, I was like, dub's a dub, baby. But if it happened to me, I would have been really mad. that's not a dub.
You better watch your back, Rex.
The Steelers cracked me up. Y'all remember when Mike Tomlin tried to trip that guy on his
Yes. Dude, why is Mike Tomlin? He hasn't done nothing with the Steelers.
They're winning seasons.
What winning season?
They just have winning seasons. They haven't had a losing season ever, in a long ass time. I'm pretty sure it was a record about Mike Tomlin, unless they had one this last season.
The past 3 seasons, they did
They
terrible.
Yeah,
Are
I
you
don't
serious?
know. But while we are still on the
Shit,
Steelers,
I'm behind.
A few years ago, they were pretty unstoppable, but they lost their chance to go.
I remember they've at least tied. I think they've at least gone neutral, right?
unstoppable with who?
Oh,
It
stop.
was like a few years ago.
Maybe
When they had the 3 Bs.
I'm about to say
Really?
last.
Again, his last year.
No, not even his last
Wait.
year.
They went like 11 something.
Steelers.
Maybe the year before his last year, but that was still years ago.
That'd have been Kenny Pickett.
Say since he had Kenny Pickett, they haven't done nothing, and I think they had Kenny Pickett for 2 years.
Okay, so
2
last
or
year
3.
they were 10-7. The year before, in 2022, they were 9-8. 2021, 9-7. 2020, 12-4. 8-8. 9-6.
But they never. So okay,
They
so
have
yeah.
not had a
That's,
losing season.
So yeah, they had winning seasons, but they did not make playoffs.
But that's probably why they keep. Is they probably?
I wouldn't keep it.
I wouldn't
Like, bro,
keep him
I'm here to
either.
make playoffs. Like,
That's not
forget
good enough,
about the
bro.
winning seasons.
They need to just throw the whole team away.
Well, they already made Kenny Pickett. So, God, so bad for him. He was supposed to be a starter, but then Mike Tomlin ruined that kid. But now he's a backup in Philly.
The backup for good old Hurts.
We'll see what
And now you got
happens
Russell
with
Wilson
Jalen Hurts
and
this
Justin
season.
Fields.
That is hilarious that they're
You have
battling out.
2 QB1s.
They're battling
Or-
it out to see who's going to be the starter.
Justin
Well, first
Fields
I-
got to be the definitely Russell Wilson starting, but Justin Fields about to be the best kick returner in the league.
I thought you were about to say Justin Fields is going to start, and I was like, no.
No, Justin Fields came out and said he ain't competing.
What? What?
He wasn't going to
Like,
compete.
buddy, that's what you're there for.
Wait, what? Does he just not want to play football anymore?
Well, I'm pretty sure he's a kick returner.
After he got replaced by some Caleb Williams dude
Some Caleb
who be
Williams.
running around
Wait,
in
there's-
a sports bra when he trains.
You're not kidding. He's
Yes.
actually a kick returner?
I think that's what they're playing.
I'm
They're,
honestly
I'm
they're
not sure.
trying him as
That'd be
that
pretty
dude.
nuts, honestly. I'm all
It's gotta
for
be
it.
nuts. That's for
It's gonna be
sure.
cool.
Bro, he's going to get
I'm
smacked
not
They're gonna
around.
run his
sure, but I'm
career.
pretty sure
Yeah,
that's
no
what's going on.
kidding.
There's going to
He's
be a
gonna get
defensive
smacked
player
around.
licking his lips as soon as they see him grab
Well,
the
with the new
ball.
kickoff rule, I can
They
see
went,
why.
mm.
With the new kickoff rule, though, I can see why
What's the
they
new
would
kickoff
play,
rule?
where they have to stay put until the ball is
It's the
caught.
XFL rule.
What?
You didn't know this?
What?
It's the XFL.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they're copying off that.
Hey, you want to know what's crazy is that
Where you
still get
been?
a full shot of Nick. When he
What?
stands up.
Whoa! What?
Yeah, you didn't know this?
Stand up and get a full shot. It's you can see everything.
But yeah, you didn't know this?
No.
Just
So
staring
you
at his
can't.
crotch.
You can't run until they grab the ball.
Yeah, until the returner catches the ball.
Oh my god!
Yeah, the copy off the XFL.
I'm glad we got a live reaction.
Hang
to
on,
this.
so
No
are they gonna,
kidding.
can they at least add that in the next Madden?
They are.
I bet they will.
Oh,
They are.
Oh no. Everyone's gonna return to the 40-yard line every single time.
Yeah.
And Madden, not
No,
in
you line up literally right across from each other, like 10
Yeah,
yards.
so
from
you
each
have your line of the kick return team. You'll have
Okay.
your one line. They're not spread out. They're all
They're
just
no
lined up.
longer spread out.
Yeah, and then the kicking team is all spread out. So they're right across from each other.
Oh, it's like so it's like a
And then you
punt.
got your returner all the
It's
way down
literally
the
like a
field.
punt, but it's like
Nice.
Look up the
Right.
UFL kickoff.
I am-
and you'll see what.
oh my god, no way.
It's gonna be different.
You guys are playing me, right?
No.
No,
No.
it's an actual thing.
That's stupid, man. I don't like that. Oh
It is.
man.
You guys have almost seen his O face.
Bro.
Like, he is taking so much time to process this.
Okay.
But
Why?
like, you were talking, Justin, you was about to say
Okay.
why we were still on the Steelers. though.
Yeah,
well-
I'm sorry. What's going
No,
on?
you're good. While he's still processing that over there in his mind.
Let
Super
me do
Bowl,
my thing.
These are kind of instances I've got noted just a little bit of like known rigged games where things was very, very weird. And it's just kind of throughout history as far as Super Bowls go. And I think, Super Bowls is what I got listed. But I left everything else alone. We know all about the weird 10-year run of the Patriots and the weird now run of the Kansas City Chiefs, and we've already gone over that. Super Bowl XL.
Let him cook.
Dramatic pause.
I'm trying to do the Roman numeral numbers in my head, and I can't right now.
Isn't X like 10? Or supposed to be 10?
I think so, but
And
when
then
it's
L.
put behind the letter L, it would be something. L's got to be like 50, I think. Yeah, L would be so 50. 50 minus 10, 40.
Wow,
Super
we're doing
Bowl-
math on here?
Super Bowl 40, I believe.
50 minus 10.
Just say the teams.
Pittsburgh versus Seahawks, right?
When was this?
Super
Super
Bowl
Bowl
40.
What year?
We just got done with like what? XLV.
When did Pittsburgh and the Seahawks go to
I
the
don't
Super
know.
Bowl?
I got you.
Listen.
I got you.
The refs flagged the Seahawks in a bunch of crucial calls that ended up losing the game for them. Pittsburgh won 21-10,
Huh.
and the head officiating crew, Bill Levy, later came out. The first source I read said he opened up and said he threw the game. However, I read later sources that said apparently he just apologized for the poor officiating. Regardless, why do you feel like he had to do that? Why was you officiating so poor? Bro, like, I get people make mistakes, but when it's so many in a row, it's like you was trying to, and now you just you're trying to
It no
brush it
longer
off.
looks
I'm
like a
sorry.
mistake. It looks like you're purposely making a mistake.
Yeah, it's just,
Oh, sorry.
I don't understand.
Threw that flag.
And then, another instance where this happened, when the Cowboys went to the Super Bowl in 2014, kept the Cowboys out of the 2014 Super Bowl. Let's get that right. They was almost there, but they called Des Bryant's catch incomplete.
I remember that.
I'll
And
never
then-
forget that.
That was against the Vikings.
Just recently,
Brady's just so happy about that.
just recently, a year or two ago, came out and said that was definitely a catch. The
Yeah.
referees of the game, that was a catch.
Sussy Bacos.
Which is just like, well, okay, it's too late to overturn it, obviously, but like, what view did you get 10 years later, 8 years later down the road that you didn't get a view of last time that made you call it a catch? That makes zero. You didn't have any more film than what you did
No.
back then on that catch.
Right.
What film was there was there. Rigged.
So exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's like so heartedly, I think it's the refs.
Yeah. I do too.
Like, I just literally want to go and get an on-field pass and just look at the ref and be like, "How much you getting paid?"
You're right.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, what's the bets? Because I know you're obviously betting on this game.
Yeah.
You're making some terrible calls. So what's the bets?
Yep.
We're in the wrong.
I at least want my money back.
We really are. How do we apply to?
refs.
Yeah, how do we apply for that?
Dude, you gotta go through like coaching high
good
or
question.
reffing high school games. And
Excuse
then
me?
maybe college games.
What?
Yeah. You gotta go through a lot.
Start now.
I'm gonna start now.
That's why they all got
I ain't
gray
reffing. Hey, all I'm
hairs.
saying is I'm not reffing high school games. Those games get too wild.
You gotta start from the bottom.
I did
I'm gonna do Little League. Pee-wees.
Put that on your resume and send it in.
I have a reffing experience for Little League football games.
Be like, hey, but I can handle if they get rough. It was out east. I coach out east. Trust me. Now, keeping up on the rigged games though, and the whole theory, keeping it going. After 9/11,
Mm-hmm.
the most patriotic team of the NFL
The Tuck rule.
came and won the Super Bowl.
America.
They won by 3 points, and it happened after the refs missed a blatant, clearly obvious fumble call on Tom Brady.
Which he himself has even said that was
Yeah, I
a
was
fumble.
gonna say
And
he
he
himself
himself even said that was a
admitted
fumble.
that it was a fumble.
That was a fumble.
And they
for
called
sure.
it an incomplete pass.
Yeah, no way, bro.
At just the most opportune time
Yep.
to help them finish out winning the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. And then, after that, Hurricane Katrina comes around.
New Orleans, I remember that. That was against the Colts.
And then out of
Mhm.
nowhere, the New Orleans Saints are Super Bowl contenders with us, and they come in and they whoop us.
I was livid.
And there was a conspiracy going around on the internet that Peyton Manning actually helped throw that game. Now, I don't believe that for 1 minute. I don't think that Peyton
No.
Manning would ever do that. But
You never know.
I don't think
I'll-
so.
he got him
You
one
don't
ring.
really know Peyton.
Right,
Manning,
like
though.
got him one ring, and then why not give him another? So why would you throw the game?
That man don't.
So,
care
yeah, that don't
about
make
jewelry. He was trying to get his boy Drew Brees a ring.
So this one's for you, Drew.
Didn't the Saints go twice?
Yeah, they did.
Also,
Didn't they win
however,
twice?
Wait, no, the Saints did not go twice.
Damn.
Super Bowl was
No.
New Orleans this year.
what
Yeah.
would be believable is if, since the line of thinking is Hurricane Katrina happened, it was really, really bad, so they threw the Super Bowl too, because they needed.
Something for the city.
Yeah, they needed something to really boost the morale of
I
the
get,
city,
I get that though,
of-
but this
of
is
the
like,
world, because who's gonna be mad at New Orleans winning when they just went through this rough period, right?
it's against the Colts. Of course, I'm gonna be mad.
Same
I
thing
don't
with the
like-
Patriots.
like,
How could you,
so- I
how
mean,
could you
like,
not the
Keep in mind,
Patriots?
I mean,
I
like,
was
with my
very
whole
young
heart,
at that time.
with my whole heart,
Yeah.
sorry,
So mad.
like with my whole heart, sorry that happened to your city, but still, like, you're going against the Colts. that
Chris
I
said
root
no.
for.
Chris said
I'm gonna be mad that
care
you beat
less.
them, bro.
we should have won.
He said no emotions. Yeah, no. I mean, like Nick said, same thing for the Patriots. Like, how are you gonna look at the Patriots and be like, wow,
You just
boo-hoo,
can't.
like, you're not gonna, that would be insane to do.
Yeah.
You know, like that'd be no. But I mean, you just thinking about that, I could kind of see where maybe Peyton Manning could have got behind it and was like, I mean, if you throw me an extra $50K and it's gonna boost the morale for these guys, I
Wasn't-
can definitely help this city out.
Wasn't
Would
that
you-
the same year that Sean Payton was paying for bounties?
Yes,
Yeah,
but
Bounty
they
Gate.
didn't find out until not the year
I
after.
would
I'm
say
pretty
2
sure
years
2
after.
years after they
Or
found
Yeah,
out.
three.
that's crazy.
Yeah, Bounty Gate was insane.
That's one of the
Sean Payton
craziest
was
things
probably
I've
like,
ever
look,
heard.
I'll keep them off of you. Here's this if you throw the game.
Would you guys throw the game for New Orleans? Would you guys do that?
No.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you
I don't
guys.
think like
If I am the quarterback of the Colts and you could offer me $150K.
I'm already making a lot of money now.
Look, yeah, I'm making bank. I'm probably
look
gonna get a good contract soon because I just led my team to the Super Bowl.
Right.
I'm sorry to the city, but like I'm about to dot you up. I'm
Right.
sorry.
You ain't catching nothing.
I'm sorry, man.
Nah,
This whole team about to run all over you.
shitting on necks.
Should have faced another team. Not me. Smack you harder than that hurricane.
But that's also that's a competitive
At least I
side.
see this coming.
That's great.
I already had one big blue ocean come out in here to go.
Then I guess the last example would be the whole Harbaugh Bowl. Baltimore versus San Francisco.
When the lights went out.
When the lights went
Was that Ray Lewis's retiring year?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the last Super Bowl.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm pretty.
Hey,
I
Joe
don't think-
Flacco's still out here doing it, though.
No, hang on. Wasn't that the year that they got to the? Wasn't that the year that the Ravens went to the Super Bowl because of that missed field goal from them? If you remember what I'm talking about, there was like a conference game. The Ravens, they kick a field goal, and you can clearly see it does not go through the posts. It goes just right outside. And as soon as it goes right outside, the refs are like, they win. They got a field goal, and everyone like floods the field, and everyone's like, woo, Baltimore's going to the Super Bowl, and Bill Belichick got fined because he's like yelling and freaking out. He's like, do you not see the replay? Like, they missed, and he comes and he...
No, I didn't.
There's a ref, like one of the refs are jogging, and Bill Belichick comes out, and he like yanks on the ref, and he's like, "What the hell? Like, you're destroying my team." And then he got fined because he yanked on a ref. But yeah, I think that might be the year.
The only person I remember
It might be.
That might be. That might be.
The only person I remember like going off on people being on the field is Julian Edelman. He was like, "The game's not over. Get off the field.
Get off the field. We won. Oh, we won.
Which,
Oh my
I
God, we
mean,
did it.
yeah, so the power went out.
Yeah,
that year.
That sucks.
And I think it went out for what, 30 minutes or more?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, everybody online thinks that it went out to stop the momentum of the Ravens
Yeah.
after that 190-yard kick return from the very back of the end zone.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because
They were kind of saucing them.
it literally correlated with that, really. Not too much longer after it. And then it didn't work because they still won.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
But San Francisco did make a huge comeback.
Did make it more
They did.
interesting.
Which makes it seem as if they
Dude,
were
that's
really
what it
trying.
I'm sorry, when he said that, make it more interesting, I was just like, oh, so when San Francisco was getting blown out, their viewership probably started going down because everybody's turning the Super Bowl off.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why they was probably like, oh, we gotta make something dramatic happen.
Yeah.
Just like Patriots and Falcons.
No, don't you say that. We know that the entire country was eyeballs to the screen, ready to see
Hey,
that
I don't
ass
know,
whooping
but
continue.
like something tells me that there's like a magnet or something in that football because there ain't no way Julian Edelman caught that ball.
I
There
chalked
ain't no
that
way
game
no
up.
man could have caught that ball.
There's no way that game was rigged. I chalked that up to Kyle Shanahan and his terrible play calling, not running the ball. That's it.
That's what he chalked it up to by the end.
That's what I chalked
That's
it
all
up
that was. Nothing
Dude,
more.
Like, yeah, I don't.
Nothing more.
Yeah, because
That was a genuine
28-3 and
comeback.
the
boys.
Patriots all of a sudden come back is wild.
It's because it's the greatest of all time.
I will say though, at the time,
Deflate
Colts
gate.
did that to the Vikings.
Greatest of all time.
no, the Vikings did that to the Colts.
No, we did it to them too.
Yeah.
When did we do it to them?
Yeah.
I remember the
down
Vikings.
like 12 to like 32 or
You,
something.
I think
We
you
came
guys
back.
actually broke the thingy. It was like, did you guys break the record for the 28-3? It was like something more egregious than that.
Yeah.
All I know is that
Yeah.
the Colts had a huge lead, and then all of a sudden the Vikings came back.
They did
and
that
beat the
to
Colts.
us too. Yes.
Yeah,
We
it was like a
also
back
did
and
to
forth. I
them.
remember that.
I'll have to look at that. I don't remember
tough.
that one.
It was
But
when Andrew
I
Luck
do
was
agree
playing.
about that. They might be making games more interesting by
The only thing I really
people-
remember most about Andrew Luck is beating the Chiefs in the AFC Championship.
The most I remember about
We're-
Andrew Luck is dying
we're
on the
on
field
top.
once or twice, like every couple weeks.
Every couple weeks.
What'd you say?
Dying on the field once or twice every couple weeks. That's what I remember Andrew for.
The only memory ingrained in my memory of Andrew Luck is being at the third preseason game of, I believe, the 2016 season. No, maybe 2018. I don't know.
20. What are you about to say? Because I can tell you.
And
I said, I know, I got the
notification came across everybody's phone.
Okay, so 2018. Because I started working my job, and I got into the work fantasy football, and I was over at one of the coworkers' house, and everybody's phones just went off about Andrew Luck retired.
Right before the season.
Yeah, right before the season,
Sheesh.
And where'd that come from? Because I tell you what, we definitely didn't plan for you to retire. If
No
we did,
kidding,
we
dude.
might have drafted a quarterback back then.
Yeah.
That is foul.
He really
Right.
screwed us.
And then we got, I think it was,
Love you,
who did we
Andrew,
get stuck
but
with?
dude.
Brissett? Or did we have
First
Rivers
time
at?
Brissett.
No, yeah,
we
you
got
guys
stuck
went
with
from.
Brissett for a whole
Yeah,
season, and then we went and got Rivers.
What's up?
You got Brissett?
Yeah, Brissett just came back to the Patriots.
Jacoby.
They said that he might start over
That's
Drake May.
scary. I'd
Yeah.
still rather have Drake May.
I'd rather have
No.
May just
That's
go ahead and throw him to the
hilarious.
Wolves.
Because I'm just saying, you got rookie wide receivers and rookie quarterback.
Can we honestly
No,
just release Brissett and just sign another free agent?
I was gonna say
You want
drafting
Cam Newton.
May.
That's what you want. You want Cam
Yes,
Newton.
I do. Yes, I do.
I've never heard anybody say that they want.
I miss
Cam
him.
Newton.
I miss Cam so much. Please give Cam a whole off season to train and get healthy and
He's busy getting jumped by 13-year-olds or something.
I know. Can't. Oh, how he fell. Cam fell. It's my
But,
boy. I should have bought a Cam Newton jersey.
You probably can, so.
Oh, I'm sure you probably could.
I probably can for cheap now.
Yeah, Amazon.
Let's go. I'm gonna do
We're
that.
not sponsored.
We're not sponsored by you.
Was.
Now, Justin, before we continue though, wasn't there something in the past with Namath? I thought when we talked about this before, there was something in the past.
The very
where
first Super Bowl.
that the team went on, had the best quarterback in the league, and all of a sudden this quarterback sucks in the Super Bowl.
I don't know about all that, but
Wow.
the very first Super Bowl included, I believe it included Namath. I don't know if it was Namath or not. It was the Jets.
Okay.
I can confirm that it was the Jets. I don't know if
That's
Joe
probably
Namath-
why I said Namath. It probably wasn't Namath, but
Yeah, I don't know if he was the first. I don't think he was. I think he was a no-name quarterback. I feel like I would have remembered Namath, but basically, they needed to win the very first game. That way, the conversion of the NFL from the USF, I don't even know what it was. There's two football organizations.
Oh,
the
AFC.
NFL and the AFL.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. NFL and AFL during the very first Super Bowl, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it wasn't won yet, and they hadn't turned profits yet, and so there's a big theory that the whole reason that they won the game was because in order for them to prove that anybody in the AFL could really compete with the NFL boys, they had to win. That way it showed everybody, okay, there's some competition going on in the league. We should not split back up. We should merge together and continue with the merger. Because if they didn't win that game, everybody says that the merger would have failed. It would have discontinued. It would have been just like the XFL back in the 70s or whatever. Failed to merge in right in the thing or whatever. But, I mean, that's all I can really remember of that.
Wasn't there something about the owners at the time too, doing side bets, and that caused it as well?
I don't know nothing about that one.
Oh, okay.
I don't really have too much
Maybe the owners just
too many
meet
more
up with each
examples.
other and
Yeah.
decide,
of
tell who's winning.
the NFL games being rigged at all, really. But I do got some NFL players or ex-NFL players that have talked about whether it was rigged or not. And a couple more things, which Arian Foster, running back for the Houston Texans back in the day, back when I was growing up. All of us was growing up, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
But everybody knows that he's kind of the main one who started this whole NFL scripted thing. If you've seen his clip that went viral, and this was years ago, he went on a podcast and somebody was asking him about it, and he literally sat down and confirmed it. He was like, "Yeah, I think it was scripted O3 at the beginning of every season." I think he was blowing a bunch of smoke, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that he was saying a lick of truth. I don't think anything was really on par with that. But after that happened, there was just a wildfire of is it rigged or is it not from that point on. And we're still talking about it today. It just gets more and more amplified every year, really.
Mm-hmm.
You got Benny Cunningham, who straight said that the NFL scripted, and they made him sign an NDA. That's his take on it. When he was speaking to somebody about it. I got these sources from articles. I don't know where their sources came from.
Okay.
But the Browns tackle Joe Thomas says Roger Goodell is basically Vince McMahon and turning the NFL into straight entertainment. That's his thoughts on it. Former 49ers linebacker Chris Borland said the NFL players are basically actors and calls it make-believe. That's weird. These are all former players too, right? So it's either they're just simply capping to get some airtime because they don't play no more, and they.
That's what I was thinking when
you.
Because think about it. I mean, nobody talks about these guys anymore. You know, nobody talks about Arian Foster.
Nope.
So he probably realized that his popularity started dropping. So he was probably like to stir up something and get my name back out there. I mean, it's just how people do. Like I was telling, like when we were back, when me and Justin was, when we were balling with the boys at the time, we would talk about media, how media just makeshift stuff out of something.
Yeah.
So like when I was talking about
Never
Jonathan,
trust the media.
Jonathan Taylor was hurt.
Yeah.
Well, they're making it out to where like, oh, he wants to leave, blah blah blah. You know, his ankle ain't really hurt.
Right.
Blah blah blah. And then Jonathan Taylor comes out and speaks the truth on Zaire Franklin's podcast, The Trenches. He's like, bro, it's media. Media is gonna take everything or take a picture of me when I'm looking bad.
Right.
You know, they're just gonna switch everything up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, media is going to do that whenever, like, Arian Foster came out and he's doing media.
Yeah.
So he's going to stir stuff up just to, you know, make people get a reaction.
It gets
for
traction on it.
Gets his attention, or, you know, gets their attention. So he's getting a lot of views. He's getting paid. So that's what they want. And since their names ain't getting brought up no more, they don't get the attention that they that they were getting. Sorry. So, I mean, that's why I think that a lot of them started following Arian Foster.
I could see it.
Probably seeing how many views that he was getting about it.
I definitely see that being the reason for that. Now, there's one last thing I was reading about on the tanking rules that was added to the NFL not too long ago. And it was because Brian Flores, when he was appointed as the new Miami head coach, they instructed him to tank that season, and he would get an extra $100,000 for each loss. But Brian Flores apparently refused, played his heart out that season, and then they fired him.
That's so bad.
That's sad, man.
Yeah, no kidding.
That sucks.
So
Nice guys finish last, bro.
when the GMs are doing those kind of moves, I mean, everything just looks shady.
Yeah. It's like at that point, is the NFL itself rigged, or is there just cases.
I think there's cases. Like,
There,
I don't
there's
think it's
so
the
many
self.
cases of different individuals.
So,
down
like,
to the
I can
lowest
see
players.
why. So the Dolphins were probably doing bad that season, and when they brought in Brian Flores, it was like, hey, we're already doing bad. Just take so we can get the first round pick. Well, Brian was probably like, no, I don't want to do that.
So hell no.
Because I don't want to get caught up in nothing.
Right.
So, I mean, I understand what they were trying to do, but the GM also shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Hey, you boys are in fantasy football with me. When did tanking cross my mind last season? Never! And I should have thought about it 10 times before I hit the Super Bowl match.
Yeah. Still don't know how you made it there. That's crazy.
I lost one game and said, yeah, I'm tanking.
So yeah, there it is. There's the season. Shit, there it is.
Oh, there goes my season.
Yeah, there it is.
Ain't no shot I'm coming back.
Better luck
Is
next
that what
year.
I'm striking next year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And really, I mean, the icing on the cake of it all would probably be just this last year with 49ers and Ravens Super Bowl. Literally icing on the cake. They had that designed to be a 49ers and Ravens Super Bowl even before the division championship games.
Mm.
And that was being sold in stores. So,
That's crazy.
that's
Yeah, that's
Because
crazy.
So now,
the logo theory came up.
yeah, I was going to say.
That's when they said, oh, they're on to us. Now they're going to switch it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now the logo theory is still a thing.
well.
They're keeping us on our toes.
Yeah, they just like finally they called
So-
on to us, and we're like, no. They
Here's
hold
how-
their money.
Here's how I kind of knew that we were going to have another Chiefs and 49ers Super Bowl this past Super Bowl. Because, first of all, the Lions came out starting off good,
They
great.
did.
And then, again, second half comes, 49ers just demolished them.
Yep.
It's just like, there's no way, dude. You guys, like the Lions were on a hot streak for the first half, and then all of a sudden your hot streak is just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Pretty sure the Lions beat the Chiefs in the beginning of the year, didn't they?
I think so.
Yeah. Like they even contended with the Chiefs. And they like whooped their ass. Like at the beginning. of the
What's
season.
Rashee Rice's sentence? There we
I had
go.
no idea.
I
First
don't know.
suspension.
I don't know.
I think they didn't drop it, but they lowered it, if I remember.
I have no idea on that.
So Rashee Rice's suspension.
But, so, NFL being rigged, or like Nick said, is there just cases of it being rigged?
It's up in the air. Well, I still think it might be rigged.
I think that it itself is not rigged, but I think that there are multiple individuals that rig certain things of it, and since they're categorized as sports entertainment,
I think
they are all in cahoots with each other about knowing that stuff is rigged, and they're okay with it.
I think
the Illuminati controls it.
I just don't think Roger Goodell himself. I just can't see Roger
they
Goodell.
write the
Vince McMahon.
scripts at Bohemian Grove.
Mm.
Yeah, we're on to you, Ryan Garcia.
Right.
Count your days.
Oh,
What do you think?
I think that untrustworthy people are like mold, and they started with a couple back in the day, and now it's just Started with Roger Goodell.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about it. I mean, our city just, in the past, stole a whole football team. So,
Amen, brother.
Let's go,
Indianimals.
Game dubs.
man. Just because like we brought
Technically,
up,
we didn't steal nothing.
No, we didn't.
Technically, the Baltimore team decided they loved us more.
technically, the Mayflower stole them.
That's fair.
Did y'all see how Roger Goodell got booed at the draft?
He always gets
Yeah,
that was the,
he
I,
gets booed
that
every
was the
year.
first time I watched the draft. I
Every
genuinely like
year.
sat down and watched it.
Oh,
When he came out, it just erupted with boos, and I was
oh,
like,
you mean the year, like this past draft?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're
Yeah,
supposed to be at Vito's with us?
Yeah.
Every
No, get out of
year.
here. Get out of here.
It's a tradition.
I didn't know that they boo him like that every year.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
I like that.
I like that.
Oh, all right, boys. Let's wrap this up.
Did you say your part?
Yeah.
That you think the NFL's rigged?
I've already said it multiple times throughout.
How,
I think it's the refs more than it is the NFL.
Okay.
All right, hold on. I'm switching my answer. Everybody can't be on the same side of the fence. It's not rigged.
No,
Whoa!
no takey backseat.
No takesy backsies. It's only rigged when my favorite team loses.
That's right.
It's only rigged.
Or when my bet
Hey,
doesn't
whenever
hit.
the Chiefs win, it's rigged.
Yes.
Yes.
Chiefs win, Pats lose, and when my bet doesn't hit. That's when I think it's
When my
rigged.
bet doesn't hit.
That's-
Oh, well,
Justin's
Justin's just rigged all the way through then.
Oh, yeah.
He's rigged through every sport.
Probably.
Well, all right, let's wrap it up, boys.
I'm down to wrap it up.
As you guys know, we're still on YouTube. We're still on TikTok.
YouTube.
We are, what?
Sounded like you said YouTube.
Unbelievable.
I thought you just repeated YouTube. Like, we're
Yeah.
still on YouTube.
How's
YouTube
YouTube.
for deafs. YouTube.
Get out.
We're also on
Over
Facebook
here
and
signing the whole
Instagram.
thing. That's my job.
We still
I'm
got
gonna
it
be over
going
here
on.
signing the entire next.
Living my life. Blow us up. Like and subscribe.
Live, laugh, love.
Yes.
And liver.
What?
Livers. I like it. Livers.
I'm
Livers.
thinking about catfishing. All right.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Anyways, you guys know, smash the like button, get those views up,
Smash that.
and hit that subscribe button no matter what.
Smash it.
I'll come out with an intro because I can't use the same one that I used for Balling with the Boys. So, we out.
Bye.
Yeah.
We out.